I'm trying not to break gimmick here. I'm trying to stay in the character. I'm not trying to break kayfabe or anything, but I just can't help but smile and just laugh with this particular review that I'm doing for you all. Because everybody knows me well enough of my likings that I have for, well, just Asian women in general, but for those out there who don't know, I also have a fondness for Native American women as well. That just some of the most natural beauties I've ever witnessed. And just the people who know me well enough will basically rib me and we'll get to the gist, you know. You know, shit like that is what people will start doing. But here I am with you all. I'm here to talk about a Disney movie that I absolutely adore to no end. And that is my second favorite Disney princess film in existence, and that is Pocahontas. You all know the joke that I'm going to say for those who know me well enough. But as for what Pocahontas is, basically the true story, not to get a little melancholy for a brief second, but the real story of Pocahontas is kind of sad. However, though, knowing Disney, they're going to take the real life scenario and turn it into their own adaptation with the music, the vivid colors, good looking characters, animal friends, and so on and so forth. You know, standard Disney of what they do. And sure enough, obviously it works because you see Pocahontas, she's got her buddy, the raccoon, and I got my own raccoon as well. She named hers Nico, mine is Oscar, and all that other stuff. But as for the movie itself, 1607, before America became of exactly what it is, the Susan Constant, which is the well-known boat, sails off to this new country that has been discovered. However, what is this new country? Well, America. But before it was known as America, it was the new world, the new millennium, the new dimension, this new entire existence that was never even discovered or known by anybody until it was later, well, discovered later on. It was going to be a whole entire new foundation. So, London sets sails. They have Captain John Smith, who is set aboard. You have Governor Radcliffe and his crew. They're basically setting sail, going through the muddy waters and oceans, and once they reach to this new world, named it Jamestown, but on the other hand, you got the Native Americans on the other side who founded this great land that we live on. There's small villages, growing crops, hunting animals for food, having some shelter, all homemade, homemade tobacco, all that great stuff that was going on, living off the land itself, of what nature brings and what was brought upon, intended that God has created. But you have Pocahontas. You have her animal friends. You have her one friend that she is very close with. You got her father, who is the chief of the entire village itself. And then the thing is that John Smith is someone that she later meets later on, because she never even seen someone like John Smith before, especially where he came from, especially within an area like London, for example. Now, the thing is that the movie itself, basically, Governor Radcliffe, he wants to seek treasures and gold of what this said country is supposed to carry, but in the end, it's not gold that he seeks, not legit treasure. It's the nature, the wonders of what is brought upon. Sure, we end up getting cities later on down the road, but the real treasure is the colors of the wind, which leads me to one of my biggest points of what stands out of this movie that everybody absolutely loves. Now, I know a lot of folks are going to say, oh, the movie's mediocre with its basic story and all other stuff, but the thing is, everybody is well aware, and everyone will probably say within the comments or just in general, that the movie's loved because of the soundtrack for this film, especially with the song Colors of the Wind being such one of the most well-profound, most beautiful tracks to ever be made for any Disney film. And the actress who voiced Pocahontas, she did sing. And sure enough, it's a beautiful song, because the thing is that it's literally taking similarities of a situation and comparing it to how wildlife lives. God, God, man, every time I listen to that particular song, it's not just that one though. My personal favorite song from the movie is "If I Never Knew You," which was the ending track. Also, "Around the River Bend" itself, where basically it's a metaphor, it's symbolism of what's to come around the river bend, of what path you're going to take, what your destiny is, and I will get to that of what the main point is of the story that this movie brings. But the music itself is phenomenal. There's no denying that whatsoever. But the characters, obviously Pocahontas, I am available. Anyways, I'm getting a little sidetracked there. But characters like Pocahontas, John Smith, good looking as can be. But the thing is that I love their connection later on of how they're learning and understanding their backgrounds and where they come from. How John Smith has learned the native side, how Pocahontas is learning the English side of their two different cultures, and how they're going to be learning to accept each other. Sure, there's going to be some problems, but they later adapt and become very close with each other to where Pocahontas actually grows feelings for him. I mean, the spinning compass that she talks about, where she doesn't know exactly what it is, but that spinning arrow that she sees ends up being the compass, that is something that she saw in her dreams. But, which brings me to my point of what this movie's about. The movie's about following the right path and finding the guiding light that will bring you to your destiny. The thing is that what is the destiny that not only Pocahontas had, but also when you watch this film, she learns what her destiny is later on. But you ask yourself, what is my destiny? What is the path that I'm going to take? What is the spinning arrow going to bring me? The thing is that it's all about the rights and wrongs, but mainly the rights on what you want to achieve in order to fulfill and succeed in that path you want to achieve. I really love that a lot. It's something motivational. It's something that's uplifting. It's something that will help grow self-esteem and confidence within my own self, or with anybody who wants to set a goal for themselves of the path they want to take. I really admire that with the story. It's simple, and it's just something that really stands out a lot to me. It's very simple, but it's very effective. But Pocahontas, this movie itself, never judge a book by its cover at all with the personalities that you meet. Characters obviously are good looking. You got your bad guy with Governor Radcliffe and his little pug that him and the raccoon have a little bit of a quarrel with. That was pretty humorous and cute. But the nature aspect, obviously Disney bringing that colorful atmosphere. The music is just something that I already don't need to say again because it speaks for itself. And the thing is that Pocahontas, it's a movie that I gave a 4 out of 5 to. I really enjoyed the story. I love the personalities. I admire the background. It's a nice little wonderful film. Sure, real life story is sad, but it's Disney taking their own interpretation and turning it into their own. And I always give credit where credit is due with that. So that's going to do it for my little talk on Pocahontas for you all. And let me know down below your thoughts about this movie. And with that being said, folks, where's my little remote? Ciao for now.